as a mom, which you are if you're watching this, you've probably noticed that you have some skills that are stronger than others. And you're looking at other moms and like, I can't do that. That doesn't feel right to me. That doesn't make sense for me. And then you're also looking at them like, oh, why don't you do it the way I do it? Totally normal. Everybody has different skills that they came into this life with and that they come into motherhood with. You can say it's based on the way they were raised, the society they live in, their personality type, whatever. But there are some that just, there's no really good explanation for them. You just know how to do it, you're just really good at it, and you can't explain why. And that is where the South Node comes in evolutionary astrology. If you know anything about evolutionary astrology, which you don't need to watch this, you may have heard or read that the South Node is bad. Get rid of it. You don't want it. You're moving toward the North Node, which we'll cover in another video. But the South Node, it's basically what you're really good at. It's what you know really well. It is what your soul has mastered in previous lifetimes. So you may be coming into this life ready to learn new things, master new skills, and move on to a new way of being and have that set you up for the next incarnation. But you still have these skills to use and work with in this lifetime. So that requires that you look within while you're looking at your South Node and ask yourself, which of these things am I really good at? Which of these things make a lot of sense for me and show my strengths and skills, even if they're not exactly things you're wanting to use on a daily basis, or things you really like about yourself, or things you really think are good for motherhood. None of that matters. What matters is that you witness and acknowledge and accept these things about yourself. That is where the magic comes in. That is where you find the ability to use them. For me, for example, I have a Cancer South Node, which you may have known already if you watched my first video. I don't recommend watching it. It's not great. But this video is not going to be much better, so it's okay. So in my first video, I talked a lot about being a Cancer South Node and how that brought me into this life raring to have kids, and also being just a very natural caretaker. So I've kind of unknowingly taken on every caregiving role you can think of. And I don't enjoy it. I really don't. It's I don't know. It's not boring. It's not annoying. It's just not what I want to do. It doesn't light me up. It's easy. It's my comfort zone. So I know if I enter a job where caregiving is the position, I'm going to do well at it, and I'm going to be able to stay if I want to. But it is my comfort zone. It is limiting. I can't go much further or higher than I'm already at. It's just is what it is. You're taking care of people. Sometimes the people are little and they're growing up, and so you can have an influence on them and feel good about that. Sometimes they're dying and you're just taking care of them until they die. Sometimes they're disabled, so you're kind of just making sure they stay alive. None of them really go very far. And I want to go far, and that is because of my North Node. Again, talk about it later. For now, we're talking about the South Node. You have a South Node too. Everybody does. it is a little like bowl. It's a bowl that is full of everything you know. You know all of these things because you've done them before, possibly for many lifetimes. You can also look at it and think, oh, I was like that as a child. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not doesn't matter. You either came into this life with it, so yes, you were like that as a child, or you're just like that as a child, so you are now good at it as an adult. Either way, doesn't matter. What matters is that you accept it. So if you are an Aries South Node, that might mean as a mother you are really ambitious and you move really fast and you have all the plans and you do all the things and you are able to do fun stuff with your kids that is really energetic and exciting. If you're a Taurus South Node, you have curated a beautiful, comfortable, safe home for your kids, and it's very secure and has a lot of nice textures, and you're really snuggly and you know how to make them feel loved, and I'm just imagining you brushing their hair, and I would love that. And if you are a Gemini South Node, you love to talk to your kids, and you love to listen to them talk, and you love to think about things together and read together and maybe write together or just do schoolwork with your kids. If you're a Cancer South Node like me, you might be really, really affectionate verbally or really good at showing love and nurturing, motherly. It's the most motherly of the signs. If you are a Leo South Node, you are fun and energetic and maybe a little dramatic, and it's exciting, and your kids love to watch you and they love to be around you because you're beautiful and exciting and maybe loud. That's okay. If you are a Virgo South Node, you might be very picky about the way everything is cleaned, and your kids are learning how to take care of their things and their environments and stay organized and stay on task and take care of their bodies and learn about healthy habits, and that's cool. If you're a Libra South Node, you're all about cooperation. You're very good at teaching your kids how to interact with other people in the relationships. You probably mediate a lot of fights between siblings and know exactly what to say when your kid is having a problem with a friend or a classmate. If you are a Scorpio South Node, you might have an extremely tight bond with your child and love to go into deep, dark possibilities and discuss their nightmares and their good dreams and teach them and show them by example how to go through different difficult things, and they know you're going to be there if they need to talk or grieve or just word vomit. If you're what's next? Sagittarius South Node, then you are adventurous and not just physically around the world, but also with just learning about other cultures and languages and philosophies and religions, and you let your kids choose whatever they want to believe, and you have a wealth of wisdom on hand at any moment whenever they need it. If you're a Capricorn South Node, then you are very disciplined and you have a really great structure, and your kids work well in it, and you know what they need and their routines, and you got it all figured out and planned out, and they know what's coming next. And if you're an Aquarius South Node, you're a little weird. You're an unconventional mom. You don't relate, for the most part, to the other moms in our society, and it It means that you do things that you don't expect, other parents don't expect, your partner doesn't expect, your family doesn't expect, and it just is how it is. But your kids like it because it's fun and weird and interesting, but they'll stop liking it when they're a teenager, so just prepare yourself for that. And lastly, if you're a Pisces South Node, you are so good at connecting with your children emotionally and spiritually, and you love to talk about fantasies and dreams, and you're very creative and probably do art projects with your kids. And that's all of them. And if you related to any that aren't your South Node, it might be because it's one of your major placements, or it's your sun, your moon, your rising, or you have a bunch of planets in that sign. I personally relate with the Pisces, the Aries, and the Aquarius, because my sun is in Pisces, my moon is in Aries, and I have 3 personal planets in Aquarius. So those all make sense for me, including the Cancer South Node. And so I'm making this video because my next video is going to be about the struggles that each South Node will endure throughout motherhood. And I wanted to start out in a positive way because each of these South Node signs have strengths. You absolutely must recognize your strengths along with your weaknesses, especially in motherhood, but like in general as a human. You are amazing and you deserve to feel good about yourself. So no matter how unattractive the placement might seem, you are very attractive. You are attracting so much goodness into your life. You have these beautiful children or one child who adore you, and you are leading them into whatever they are meant to be doing in this life by being exactly as you are. And yet, if you are not fully happy and feeling fulfilled in your life, then looking at these placements in your birth chart and diving deep into yourself and becoming very self-aware will help you to get to the place where you are confident enough and secure enough in yourself and really living authentically, which means from a place of this is me, this is who I am, this is what you get, this is what I get, and that's okay. You're going to be able to open up to all the possibilities that you actually came into this life to experience. And it's going to make so much more sense how you're getting to your purpose. The South Node, in my opinion, is step 1. And part A of step 1 is the highest version, the highest expression of your South Node, which is what I've just explained. I would love to hear what your South Node is, and if you resonated with what I described, and if you have any questions about it, please leave any of that in the comments. I would really love to interact with you on it. And if you would like to work with me directly and go through all of the steps to discovering your purpose with evolutionary astrology, I would love to work with you. You can find the link to my website in the description. It's motherevolving.org. You can fill out a registration form so that we can have a free consultation call and then go from there. I would absolutely love to serve you. Thank you so much for watching.